Hey, everybody, welcome to the Joe and Ralph Show. My name's Joe. We got Ralph in the green room. We're getting ready to get started, man. Stick around for some great fun, some great trivia, and all that cool stuff. We'll be right with you. Please don't go anywhere. The Joe and Ralph Show starts now.
And now it's time for the Joe and Ralph Show. Get your guitars tuned up and get ready to scream. The Joe and Ralph Show, right here on YouTube.
Hey,
right. Joe.
What's up, man?
Joe Regard.
What's going on?
This is lucky number 7.
What's up, man?
Joe Regard.
We are on the Joe and Ralph Show. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. And let me make sure I get this right this time. To my left, Ralph, the German butcher. There he is, man. Thanks for being in here, my friend. You are muted. You need to unmute yourself. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You're good. You're good. You're good, man. Hey, man. So how are you doing today, sir?
Easter weekend, man, at a grocery store. Do I need to say anything else?
I can only imagine, man.
Do I need to say anything else?
God, dog, boy. I bet that's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
but I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'd actually played a little while today, Joe.
Yeah.
Working on that little thing we're working on, and played for about an hour. And I was like, well, hour's a good chunk of time because a 4-minute song, you play it for an hour. I mean, you play it between 12, 13 times, something
That's
like that.
good.
So I figure if I knock it out for an hour every day, I ought to have it. So
Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, we got another song in the works, and another video and all that cool stuff, man. So I'm excited, getting stoked about that. We got a few people jumping in. Do you see them there, Ralph? Can you see?
I sure do, man.
Carried away. Go ahead.
Hey, Thrash Metal Fun Riffs. He's chimed in. Brian Spalding.
Thrash.
Dave Randalls.
Hey, Brian. Dave Randalls. How y'all doing, man? Thanks for jumping in. Hopefully we get some more people as we move along. This is a brand new show, folks. This is episode 7?
Lucky number 7.
Lucky 7. Number 7. Come on, 7. Anyway, yeah, so we're hanging in there, man. This is yeah. What are you rolling there? It's dice, honest. It's not nothing, not what you think. No, but anyway, yeah, so show number 7, very excited. And we talk about things from the 80s, our childhood. We've known each other for 40 years, and we got all kind of stories we can tell and all kind of cool stuff. So hopefully you'll come back and see us again, and you'll like the show, and it'll grow on you. And we'll see.
The 80s were a great decade, man.
80s,
I know.
80s.
I think the age, your teenage years, that's the decade that I think most people cling to when they grow up. Right. Whether it be ours, it happens to be the 80s.
That's a
Some
very
people
good
got
point.
the 90s, and so.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Like our kids, I think for them it'd be the 90s.
That's where you pick. That's where you pick the music that you kind of like.
Yeah.
Going forward,
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it was. I can still remember, and I want to say this song came out in 1980. I need to Google it or something, but I remember it was in we was in elementary at Still Creek, and I remember I was in music class, and I remember the music teacher at the time, she put on a single on this. You remember the old crappy record players had the built-in speaker and all that, in his for school,
one piece model. Yeah,
it looked like a piece of luggage or something, and he goes, "Okay, we're gonna play this, and I want you to tap your foot to the." And she was trying to teach us kids if we had rhythm, tapping our feet to the beat and all that stuff. And I still remember what the song was, and this had to have been in 1980 because I think that's when it came out. "I Love Rock and Roll" by Joan Jett and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, Joan Jett. Man, that's still a good song, man.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, 80, we were 10 years old.
10 years old, right.
So there you go. We were in 5th grade. So it was, I remember that, and for whatever reason, I stood up and did the John Travolta move on the thing, and everybody started laughing. And
yeah, I can picture you doing that. Absolutely.
Oh my God. So yeah, that was the start of my comedy career, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Didn't work too good, I don't guess. Anyway. Terry Himes, hey man, how you doing? But yeah, that was a cool song. I mean, I've actually tried covering that song on this channel. It's not bad. You know, it's a fun song to play.
You know, back in the early '80s, you were talking about like when you were 10 and that Joan Jett song. I know we we had some rap albums, but only because there was guitar riffs in those albums.
Yeah,
that's what kind of. But if you really think about that, can you think of any other music that influenced you? Like I know I had a Michael Jackson poster, man. I know that's embarrassing to say out loud, but I used to love Michael Jackson back in the day, man.
No, that's not embarrassing. I remember
crazy though he was.
I remember when his career blew up huge. We were in junior high school.
Yeah,
and
that Thriller album.
Yeah, and everybody had the gloves. Remember, we kind of made our own gloves. We had the white gloves and put the glitter on them.
Yeah, and everybody wanted the jackets that he had.
Yeah, and I remember seeing a couple people that had they weren't the authentic, but they were the knockoff. But they looked cool. They, and I was like,
I wanted one so bad.
That and a pair of Air Jordans. That was the thing back then.
Parachute pants.
Parachute pants, the zippers on them, and all that.
Oh yeah,
all that damn breakdancing shit and everything.
All the girls try to dress like Madonna with all the ribbons in their hair and the netted shirts and all that kind of crap.
Yeah. Material. What was it? Desperately Seeking Susan. That was in the '80s too, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like her first movie or something.
Yeah. People say, "Oh, Madonna's going to be in a movie," and like it's this big deal or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of a stupid movie, but.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember Michael Jackson being huge back then, and that was just the way it was, man. And then when he come out with the song Thriller, and it was the video. Remember that was such a big deal, and
it was on
MTV, and it was like a big premiere, and
because it was like 15 minutes long, so it was like a mini movie.
Nobody
he spent millions of dollars on this thing. Yeah, it was fantastic, man.
Nobody had done that before. Now you look back on it now, and people like, what's the big deal? But they're not from that era.
All that influenced us to where we are now. It's amazing. That's why just the '80s were fun. They were kind of carefree and fun. Yeah. Now everything is so everybody's they get their butt hurt, their feelings get hurt real easy. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah,
I don't know.
People get too touchy with stuff. That's
too sensitive. Yeah,
I think that has a lot to do with social media too, and how they were raised. I think that's
true.
Everybody, it's like, shut up. Dave Randall says he wants to know who has the most guitars. I guess Ralph wins that one. I have like 5.
Who has the most visible at this moment?
You can see him back there. Yeah,
I count in Joe 1, 2, 3.
Ralph's got me beat.
Yeah. Okay.
Ralph's got me beat there. Yeah. Thrash, we were talking about the Joan Jett. Let's see. He says, hell yeah, I did that song in second grade, in a second grade talent show. Wow.
The Joan Jett song? I love rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah, he says that would be a good one to cover. Yeah, that is, I like that song. That's an awesome song. Andy Dion, hey man, what's going on? He's in the chat. What's going on, Andy? The champion of Stafford's Music City on Trivia, man. He won like a month in a row.
Really? Every single show?
Yeah. And we was like, we got to do something, man, because it's not fair to everybody else. But he's good. He's really good. And he won all kind of stuff, like free guitars and pedals. And
jeez, man.
I don't know how he does it, but he wins a lot of contests, which is really cool. Edwin Crane is in the chat. Hey, Edwin, how are you doing, man? Oh, Lord. Do you remember this, Ralph? Remember this?
Oh, man, yeah.
Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. I remember going to the movies to see that shit, man.
Yep, standing in line, waiting to go in.
I remember doing that, man.
Everybody wanted to know how to break dance. And remember the bigger the boombox you had, it's like it was a status symbol. Everybody tried to outdo each other with a bigger boombox, a big one. Pulling it on the wagon behind you. It was so big.
Holy shit, looked like a spaceship. I was like, damn. Oh, my goodness, man. Brian Spalding, hey, man, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, man, for taking the time to be here. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it was those were the good times, man. I know we sound like a couple of old guys, but really, I mean, that was so great.
The best, man. I wish I would have appreciated it more in the moment.
And what gets me is like, my stepdaughter and Nathan, my son, and they go back and they look at these old, especially my stepdaughter. She goes, "Oh, have you heard this song?" And it was like, something from Huey Lewis, and I was like, yeah, I remember that song." And then and you know what she asked me a few weeks ago? This is messed up. Did they have yearbooks when you graduated high school? I was like, what?
My God.
What?
No, we chiseled in a rock. That's what we did.
I was like, yeah. I said, yeah.
Goodness.
We had yearbooks, Kayla. Oh my goodness. Cardboard is the key, Edwin Crane says, to especially if you're, back spinning or whatever, all that stuff. Yeah, that was, I never was
piece
good
of
at the
linoleum or something like that.
Yeah, I was never good at what they call like the groundwork breakdance, and I was always kind of breaking and
in the air, standing up. Yeah,
that getting down on the ground, it damn sure don't work today. Get down there and show me what you got. No, man, I dropped my pen on the ground. I'm like, well, that's gonna stay there. Rick Hefner, he says, "Hey guys, how are you doing?
What's going on, Rick?
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it." So let's see. Let me see if I can. There's something I was wanting to show. I don't know if anybody has seen this, but Ralph got a new drum set within the past couple of weeks, and I've showed this clip before, but I was wanting to show it again because it kind of shows what this kit is capable of. And so now,
you're showing that clip that I sent you with the
it
just shows a few things that it can do.
I just want to
I
show.
I finally got it put together, and I said, let me send Joe a little video.
Right.
Yeah.
But I remember we talked the other day. Have you finally started to get a kit customized for your liking?
Well, I found one that I like. I just need to change the cymbals out. I don't like the set that they have. The snare, the bass drum, and the toms are exactly what I want. So I just got to tweak it as far as the cymbals. I'm not happy with the cymbals. There's one on there that's good, but I think if I change the other three, I'll have the set that I want to use.
Okay, because I know it takes a little bit to.
Yeah, it does. There's so many parameters. You have to pick it. Then you got to pick, the volume and the sensitivity, and then it just goes on and on. So.
But you're starting to get more familiar with it, so it should be getting a lot more comfortable.
A lot more comfortable, yes.
So let's see. Let's check out some of the drum set here, and you can talk us through if you want. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Let y'all see this new Alesis drum kit. I can't remember the full name of it. So here we go. I'm sorry, Ralph. I accidentally muted you. Let's see. You have to unmute yourself.
All right, I'm on.
Okay, there we go. I love that sound. It's kind of got an 80s theme to it, don't it?
It does have 80s theme. That's probably why I liked it so much.
Yeah, it's got a cool 80s theme to it.
Yeah. I think the next one's got bass in it.
This must be the Seinfeld kit.
That sounds like Seinfeld. That's a good point, man. It does.
Yeah. What's the name of this kit?
Alesis Strike Pro Special Edition.
Strike Pro Special Edition.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
like
cool, man.
One-man band over there.
You ain't lying, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's awesome, man. I like that. I like that so much. That sounds so cool. There's more to it. I know we've shown that before. I didn't want
to we've already seen that.
Show the whole thing, but I just was trying to show some people kind of what you're working with, which is a great set, an awesome set.
Yeah, there's so many settings on it. It's not just sit down and play a drum set. There's so many. It's like learning a computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can only imagine. Let's see. I dig the 80s sound, Brian Spalding says. I love the early Casio sound, too. All right. That's awesome. Thrash says it sounds Super groovy.
It sounds funky with the bass on there.
Yeah. Thrash says he wants a drum set. You don't have a drum set, Thrash? I thought you did. I guess not. I guess you don't. Well, what got you into the drums anyway, Ralph? Was there something that inspired you to do that, or is it something that you always liked, or what got you to really? Just
that is so weird, man. Because I've always
this.
played drums, but it wasn't my main instrument. Guitar was, and that I played drum. I had a drum set, but the guitar was my main instrument. My sister was young; she took some lessons, and that kind of petered out. But I don't know. I had her drum set for a while, and then I bought another drum set and traded that one. But I've always had one. And then, I don't know, about 10 years ago, I cut my index finger off. So that spurred me to lean, because I got kind of a little bit of a depression with that, because that's one of your main fingers on your guitar hand,
Right,
so that pushed me toward the drums more to, just to let out your creativity in a way.
Right.
So, but I have spent the past couple of years relearning how to play with 3 fingers. So, but the drums have just been a good outlet for me. I've always played them, but in the past few years, it's been more relevant to me.
Right. I cannot imagine playing guitar with just these 3 fingers, because that's what you have to do.
That's what I have to do.
I don't see how you retaught yourself really from the ground up to wow, that's incredible, man. Goodness gracious. Dave Randalls wants to know, Joe, do you play the drums also? No, sir, I do not. I remember getting behind Ralph's drum kit a long time ago, and it was a train wreck.
It wasn't that bad, man.
There's just so many things that you have to multitask with.
There's a lot going on
with a drum set that I just cannot do. The closest thing I can do is just.
There you go. That's what won you that.
That's what won me $100 on a talent show on the radio.
That's right.
On the radio, yeah, it sure did. That's a true story. We've talked about that before. It's what I used to get my first guitar, and around Christmas time in '86. And speaking of cool guitars from the '80s, let's see if we can look at some of these. I looked up. I just Googled cool guitars from the '80s, and let's see if we can see some of this here.
80s definitely has a certain style of guitar, and I really do like them. Man, look at those.
Now that's
looks like Tiger's Eye or something. What is that?
That's the George Lynch, ESP, I believe.
Man, I love that.
Yeah, George Lynch. That's so we're looking to the right-hand side, folks. I pulled this up, and then it just acts like a slideshow, I guess. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. Let me click to the next one. There's Andy. Is that Andy Timmons? Yeah, that's an old Kramer Andy Timmons ad. Wow, man, that's from all back in the day.
Man, I love those guitars. I love the hair and everything.
Oh yeah, that was cool. These are what are these? Some old
basses. Those are basses.
You got all of them except the one on the far left. You got a guitar on the left and the right, and basses are in the middle. That one on the far left reminds me of the one that the guy in Twisted Sister played.
The one with the pink and black.
Yeah. The guy from Twisted Sister had that design, I think. Yeah. There's a BC Rich, man. Good Lord. The next one reminds me of totally 80s. Look at that. That's something CC DeVille would have.
Isn't that Duran Duran? That's Duran Duran.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? From an album or something?
Sure is. For an album cover.
That's crazy. There's
Jeez, look at the headstock on that thing.
I don't know who that is. Elliot Easton. He's the guitar player for the Cars. Okay.
Really?
That's what is that, a Dean? What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Man.
I wish it wasn't in black and white. Let's see what color the guitar was.
It looks like the image is reversed or something. I don't know. No, he is a southpaw. That's right.
Is he?
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. It says Cars down there at the bottom, yeah. And that looks like Theater of Pain artwork on
Motley Crue, yeah.
You notice how they all have.
I actually like that, man. I would like to have that. That's cool.
I like that too. You notice how? Do you notice how these '80s guitars? Most of them have the one pickup and one volume knob.
That's true. You're right.
And you know who come up with that?
No, who did that?
It's Eddie Van Halen. That was his idea. And Whenever he, was seen playing that, all the other guitar companies started to copy his design. Yeah, that's the truth. Let's see. This next one here looks like something off Battlestar Galactica in the 1980s.
That's the trip, man.
That's a crazy looking Kramer right there. That is crazy.
I don't know where they modeled that after, but it's a cool design. I like weird shapes, man. I would hang that on my wall, definitely.
Oh, so you do like that? Okay.
Yeah, I like that. It looks like a race car or something, or a spaceship.
Something. I don't care for it, but if you want it, I'll get it for you. So. All right, we got, looks like a couple of carving guitars here.
Yeah, that's carving.
I like the black with the gold hardware. That looks really cool.
Looks classy.
I think carving I remember getting those catalogs in the mail sometime back, and then they just I don't
petered out, didn't they? I don't know if they even exist anymore.
I guess, man. I don't know. Not quite sure.
I think Dave said he had a carving, didn't he? Or am I mistaken?
He does. He does have a carving. Yeah, it's a hardtail. He bought it from a buddy of his. He's got to get some work done to it, he said. And but then he said he wants to be able to make it a shred machine, as he says. Let's see. Oh, wow, look at that. That's crazy. We're looking at some cool 80s guitars, folks, if you're just jumping in here on the Joe and Ralph Show. So we're just checking out these guitars. Steve Stevens, guitarist of Billy Idol, and he was on Vince Neil's solo album back in the day.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just knew Billy Idol.
Yeah, he's an amazing guitar player. He's incredible. Okay, here we go with the Ibanez Gem. I remember when those came out. That was a big deal.
I like that yellow one. That yellow one catches my eye right there.
Yeah, I've always liked that green. I think the green was really cool. Of course, now, I don't know if they still make these, but I know now he's got the new model called the PIA, P-I-A. So with upgraded hardware, and the monkey grip has been redesigned to look like a couple of teardrops or something to that effect.
It takes the place of the hole of the handle there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It kind of takes place of that grip there. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Let's see, what do we got? I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, that was ugly. All right, next. Oh, what in the world?
I like that.
I like the color. I like the color. That's cool right there.
V220C reissue. I don't know what that means.
Huh. I don't either.
I love that purple.
Whoa, here's a bunch of cool 80s guitars and pictures. Look at all that.
That's in Joe's room.
Yeah, shit. I wish. I see a couple of Mr. Scary guitars there with the skeletons.
I see those.
Of course, the
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, the Frankenstein, and then the Twisted Sister Bullseye. Wow, all kind of cool stuff there, man. Hell yeah. I couldn't imagine playing one of those Mr. Scary guitars. I've always heard they were, I don't know for a fact, but I always heard those were like heavy.
Probably pretty solid, yeah.
Man, I don't know. I knew for a while George Lynch actually was making guitars himself and selling them. I was like, holy shit, I bet that was expensive.
Making them himself, literally? Wow.
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube. He was making guitars himself, and I guess when he wasn't performing or nothing, he was making them and playing them. This is a late 80s USA Jackson Dinky. Oh.
Now, what does that mean exactly when it says Dinky?
Man, I'll let the chat handle that because I don't know. I do not know.
Does it just mean it's smaller than a regular guitar?
I have no clue. I'm not even going to attempt to answer that because I don't even know. There's another Bengal model that, what is that? Can't really see what that says. Let me see if I can scroll it. Is that a, what? AXN?
That's what it says, AXN.
That reminds me of how Satchel has his guitars now. You know, Satchel is with Charvel. You know, Nathan showed that off last week on the show.
Yeah.
And that's what that reminds me of right there. So, let's see.
I'm not in love with that one.
Yeah, it's all right. There's an Ibanez.
That's
cool.
pretty.
That's pretty cool. I like that color. It's all
I love
right.
that blue.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What the heck? I don't know, man. Extreme 80s guitar, ultimate guitar. kind of looks like one of those travel guitars they got out now, but maybe I'm wrong. They kind of, but
Travel guitar?
yeah, they got some kind of new electric guitar, travel guitar, but I don't know if it's an Ibanez or if it's something else. I can't really remember. Oh, I remember that picture from the guitar. Hondo. What? Hondo. Remember that? Look at the stripe. Look at the stripes. How they copied Eddie. Look.
They sure did.
I remember those guitars. You see those in the pawn shop.
Knockoff, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any Hondos available?
That's something nobody ever said.
That is. Ooh. Copycat. Ooh.
Hondo.
Let's see. Let's see what the dog says here about Carvin. I can't look at the chat and do this slideshow. So he says, Carvin still makes amps and electronics. They closed the showroom. Kiesel is now the guitar maker. Oh, how about that? I didn't know that. Hondo has some crazy guitars. Wow. Mitch Heyman, how are you, man? How are you doing, sir? Thank you for being here, man. Hope you stick around.
Hondo.
Yeah, that's crazy, Hondo. Yeah, I remember that, seeing that in the pawn shop. Oh, there we go. Now we get into my speed. I always like the Kramer right there with the lightning on it, on to the left. You see that? In that group of guitars, you got a Kramer
with the lightning bolts on it.
Yeah, I've always liked that. Those are all Night Swans. It looks like. Yeah, that's really cool. See how the pickups are really close together?
Yeah.
The two pickups. I think those are Night Swan models, I think. Yeah, they are. And the lightning bolt. I've always loved that lightning bolt. The pickups being close together like that would kind of mess me up when I was picking. I never could. That middle pickup would always
You need that little gap in the way? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I seem to do better with just the two humbuckers and, not a humbucker and then that single in the middle. That always seems to get in my way, man.
Man, when you're looking for a guitar, what is it that you go for first? I always go for what it looks like, and then I'll play it. And if I don't play it, I'll move on. But it's always the color, the shape, this kind of paint scheme that catches me first. Then I'll play it. If I don't like it, I can move on. And it looks good, but it doesn't play good. I'll move on.
That's a great question. Let's ask the chat that too, if we can. What is it that y'all look for in a guitar when you first? Is it the color?
Yeah, you know what you're looking for when you go out. Yeah,
I mean, there's been times I wasn't looking for something in particular. I just went into the showroom and looked, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Let me try that.
Yeah.
Was I going for a Strat? Sometimes I was, sometimes I wasn't. But it's a great question. I mean, but yeah, I think the first thing for me would be the color, or if it has a cool paint job, that would definitely catch my eye.
Right.
Yeah.
It has to have 6 strings.
Well, that's a given. That's a given. I mean, Hey, Jim Guidry, what's going on, Jimbo? How are you doing, man? Jim Guidry, all the way from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Have you ever played a 7-string, Joe? I've never played a 7-string.
I have not. That does not interest me at all. Doesn't interest me at all. I don't care nothing about 7-string, 8 strings. I see that stuff on YouTube and people playing all this stuff. The neck's like this wide, and I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, is that necessary? What are you doing, man?
What are you doing with the extra string? Yeah.
Are you that bored of the guitar in general to move to something like that? I mean, I think people are trying to find some groundbreaking new thing, and to me, I get it. I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, really? It's like somebody trying to reinvent the game of basketball or something.
Yeah, I've never. I don't even really understand. Is it another high E string just tuned higher, or is it a whole nother thinner string altogether? And now it's the letter Z or something.
No, what they do is they put on lower strings. So you still have your normal 6, and then the 7th one is a lower, like it'd be like B or something.
Wow, almost a bass string almost.
Yeah. So if you want to do a G chord, you'd have to just do a regular G, but not hit that top one, because it's just a bunch of bullshit to me.
You'd hit that string every time.
I would definitely screw it up. Edwin Crane says what attracts him to look for a guitar is odd shapes or graphics. That's what he loves. That's cool.
I do. I like odd shapes too, man.
Mitch Heyman says he's never played a 7-string. When I learn how to play a 6-string, then I'll learn a 7. That's a good point. That's a good point. I still got a lot to try to learn myself. Edwin Crane says he loves his 7-string. Well, hey, man, that's awesome. I mean, to each his own. I'm not putting it down. It's just not for me. You know, it's just not my bag, baby. You know, as Austin Powers would say.
Right.
Yeah, baby. It's not my bag, baby. And I was like, okay, yeah. No, but yeah, so there's, you know, back in the day, I like some guitars that had some wild colors to them and all that stuff. And
I think that was pretty much your only choice back in the 80s. It was going to be a bright color or you weren't getting a guitar.
yeah, well, I mean, you know, something, yeah, I mean, and then I kind of settled down and I went for your standard colors, you know, white or, you know, red or blue, whatever, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And I still have a bunch of those now. But I don't know. I'm on the fence of a pretty cool colored guitar that
Really?
you know about. I've told you about, but
That's right.
It's
And for you, that's pretty out there as far as colors go. I mean, it's
yeah. I mean, I always liked. You remember, man? I always had those wild freaking colored
Yes, you
parachute
did.
pants and all that stuff back in the day, and. You know, I just, but I was a kid. We were teenagers, but I wouldn't, you know, of course, wouldn't wear nothing like that now. But Brian Spalding, he says, ha, man, I only play Les Pauls. Anybody else that play anything different, they're a piece of no, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He says, only play Les Pauls for the past 41 years. I am not attracted to any other guitar designs. Hey, I totally get it, man. You got your diehard Les Paul people out there, and I respect that. It's totally cool, you know. I totally get it, man. Alan Robinson chimes in with Rob meets Austin Powers. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't think I could do that character. They got that one wrapped up, copywritten, I think. Copyright on it or something. I'd get in trouble. I guess I shouldn't do that. The Dog Pud chimes in with a comment. He says, Les Paul style, double cut flat top, nothing else is cool other than the SG. Okay, that's cool, man. Hey, thank y'all for letting us know. Thank you for participating. Let's see. Edwin Crane, let's see. He follows up his 7-string comment. For some reason, the 7-string is easier to play than if you drop tune. Well, I totally get that. You know, if you play in a lot of drop tunings, a 7-string is the right thing. Yeah, absolutely. Brian Spalding, what's he saying about a vintage? I should get me a vintage Fender Strat just cause I don't have that nice single coil sound and tone in my arsenal. It might be good to get one. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I've always loved Strats. Are they thin sounding? Yes, they are. But to me, they sound good on certain songs. For the longest time, all I played was a Strat. And then I said, nah. I said, I got to go back to a humbucker. So I haven't played my Strat in a while.
You put a lot of effects on your guitar anyway, too, though.
I do. I just, you know, I like to have some reverb, delay, you know, your typical effects that, you know, that you would use, right? Let's see. Boomer Bass says, I'm a hoe. I like them all. I think Boomer chimed in last week. He said he had like 37 guitars or something.
I think you're right. He did say that.
Something like that. I was like, what? The Dog says, nobody knows how to make a proper guitar. Eddie and I both knew that. Made my custom in 1973. Wow. Wow.
79.
I'm sorry, 79. I apologize. I need an eye exam bad. The font, the words on here are so little, I'm straining to read them. Let's see. The dog put. Yeah, you hear that dog barking, don't you, dog?
That's out my side, out that way.
Yeah.
No, that way.
Let's see. Boomer Bass Mean says, meh, 2 Strats. Get a Gretsch with mini buckles. I never played a Gretsch. Is that them big bulky guitars like Brian Setzer them play? And it's got that spoon handle for the tremolo and
Did BB King have one? Was that what, a Gretsch or no?
No, that was a Gibson. That was
it a Gibson?
Like a, I don't know what it was, 3. I can't remember the number, but it was a Gibson. But it was big, but it was kind of a hollow, semi-hollow body, I think, kind of deal. But yeah, I never cared for the Gretsch guitars. I don't know. And like I said, they make different things for different taste. You know, and I'm not putting it down.
Exactly. We're just discussing stuff like that. I know a Gretsch is a large guitar. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, man, hey, you know, let us know in the chat. It's all good, man.
And you could play one, and you might like it. I don't know. I'm not around one.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that has one, but I would absolutely play one if I had it.
Yeah, I mean, I would try it. I would try it. And here's another guitar I've never played, and it's the PRS, Paul Reed Smith guitars. I've never tried playing those, and I've heard so many things about those guitars, about how well they're built, and how they feel, how they play, and like, you know, Dave Stafford said last weekend that, you know, he's got kind of the low end PRS and he's got the higher end. He's got the whole spectrum covered.
Right.
So he likes them for a reason. You know, they suit him perfect, right? So
I'd like to try one of those out too.
I would like to just so I could say I've played one. I've never
and a Hondo.
Oh, the Hondos. Oh my goodness.
I've never played a Hondo either.
You're not missing nothing, I would imagine, on that. Let's see. Mitch Heyman chimes in. What's he saying? He says, I never played a Gretsch either. Not sure if I even saw one in person. I don't
think I have either.
I haven't either.
Might have to special order those or something. I don't know.
I have no idea. Rick Hefner says he has a Gretsch, but it's not a large guitar, he says. Okay. That's interesting, Sutter.
It is.
Let's see.
I have stereotyped the Gretsch guitars. I just thought they were big overreacting guitars.
That's what I've always thought. I mean, I don't know. If the neck is thin, I dig a Gretsch. Can't play baseball neck. I can't neither, man.
Right.
I can't. The thicker the neck, the more I don't. I'm like, you can keep it, man. Now my dog's in there howling and barking. What the hell? Must be something in the air. My goodness. Yeah, I never cared for the thick necks, man. Let's see.
Or thick ankles.
No, I don't want that either. No, don't want that either. Get away from me, you big jerk. Okay. Anyway, not my favorite. Let's see. My favorite is a whatever that number is, Gretsch. It's electromagnetic. Looks like a gold top. Oh, okay. Mini humbuckers about the same as the P90s. Oh, okay. The dog PRS.
BRB.
Yeah.
LOL.
He's talking
FTW.
He's talking about another PRS that, we don't need to cause no trouble with that. But, you know, since the DALPA brought that up, maybe we should do a commercial for Rob, just because if we don't, he'll come hunting my ass down. And I don't want any trouble from Rob. So let's take a quick couple of minutes for this message from Rob. What's up, everybody? Rob from Rob Music Store. What's going on, man? I just want to come on here real quick and let you know, man, we doing good over at Rob's Music Store, man. You need to come on and check us out, man. We got some cool stuff, some cool guitars, bass. You need some string? We got some strings for you, man. Cables, strap, you name it, bro. We got it. And there's something else we got now. That's right. Rob's Music Store expanding. We got some damn shirts now. Check out this boy. Woo! Goddamn. What you talking about, son? What you talking about? We got it going on now. So check out this cool assortment of merch that we got now for Rob's Music Store. That's right. Ain't playing around no more. You want to get with the right stuff, get with the right crowd, get you some cool merch, motherfucker. Wear you some Rob Music Store shit. That's right. Check it out. And be sure to put on your merch while you playing your guitar. Because you ain't shit unless you got your Rob Music Store merch on. Other than that, get the fuck out of here. That's about all I got for right now. Until next time, this is Rob for Rob Music Store. Peace, everybody. A friendly word from Rob, Rob's Music Store. He just looked at me and said I wasn't shit.
I can believe it.
Damn.
He tells everybody else,
Wow,
get the fuck out of here.
Man, yeah, get the fuck out of here, he says. I'm like, man. From what I understand, I don't have, this is not cemented in concrete, as they say, but I'm hearing that Rob's possibly going to try to be an Uber driver.
Oh.
So I have a feeling he won't get any business. That's
No.
I don't think he will. Man,
No,
oh my
you're not.
goodness.
No tipping, bitch. Get the hell out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. Speaking of let's go back to the chat here. He's talking about the Hondos. I think Edwin Crane says he played a Hondo at a pawn shop. Wow.
I will definitely be on the lookout now for a Hondo.
Oh man. You ever notice when you go into a pawn shop? I haven't been in a pawn shop in forever, but when I did, all the guitars and all that, they were dusty as hell. I mean, like, nobody never took I was like, "Do you want to clean this stuff up?"
It just takes a second. Just
it's just like this is ridiculous, man. Rick Hefner, my Gretsch from 1979 and only made for 2 years and is a single cut shape but thinner and sexier than most single cuts. Wow. Okay. That's awesome, man.
Brian Spalding says that you should have Rob host the show one day.
Oh,
a whole
goodness.
A whole hour and a half for Rob. That'd be something.
Lord of mercy. I don't know if he would do that. I'd have to take a lot of coercing.
Pay him.
Oh, my God.
He'll do anything for money, won't he?
Yeah.
He's always making a deal.
He's always got a hustle going on of some kind, man. He's always got something going on. My goodness. Let's see. Mitch Heyman chimes in with a comment. He says, Rob reminds me of someone, just can't quite piece it. Sort of like Clark Kent reminds me of somebody too.
Right.
That's pretty good, Mitch. I like that. That's awesome, man. Oh, Mitch. Rob, goddamn strang. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes, man. All right. So we're going to get into this video here, and then we'll start trivia after this video, folks. Before we do, let's take a quick 20 second timeout. We'll be right back. More of the Joe and Ralph show to come. Thank y'all for being here. Please stick around. There's a lot more stuff to do, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Joe and Ralph show.
Love that
Man,
commercial,
Ralph.
man. That's legit right there.
It's legit. Yeah, it's legit, all right. Man. Only the best here on the Joe and Ralph show.
Only the best.
Just like Rob said. The fuck out of here. It's like, what? Excuse me, Rob. This is, we're on.
It's my house.
Keep it down now. Be easy, Rob. Easy.
It's a
Welcome
family
back,
show.
everybody. Welcome back. We're having a great time here. I would want to, I like to show this video here, the latest one in the Joe and Ralph catalog. We like to call these the Joe and Ralph Jams. So this was a lot of fun to do. It was it's been covered many times.
To
by many
death,
people.
honestly. And
Yeah, it's been covered a lot, but it was fun. It's a fun song to play.
It's a fun song to play, and it took me a while to warm up to it, but I finally did, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it. So
And I'm glad too. It's not on my favorite list of songs, but it's a great guitar song. And,
oh yeah, and I love what you did with it, man. It makes me
thanks,
like
man.
the song now. I actually like the song.
Yeah, it's a great guitar song. It's fun to do. So here we go. The latest video from the Joe and Ralph Jams session. Here we go. We hope you like it, and we'll have our mics on if we want to converse while it's going. Here we go.
It's like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Are you ready? There's that drum kit.
There it is.
Something else I noticed, my guitar is the same color as your kit.
Damn if it ain't, man.
Yeah.
We wore the same outfit today.
Wearing that show shirt too. They're available in the links below, folks.
You go.
Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate it, man. Here we go, the latest from the Joe and Ralph video archive. Man in the Box cover, right?
You remember that drum machine I used to play on? That was an Alesis too, wasn't it?
That was an Alesis SR16.
Wow, comes full circle, doesn't it?
From the drum machine to a full kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild,
I was just sitting here watching. I said, Alesis. Man, I thought that little drum machine was an Alesis, was it not? Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago.
It was a long time ago, man. Long time ago. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Thank you, Mark Tanner, man. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. Let's see. What is this? Edwin Crane, a request. High Wine. Is that High Wire? Sorry. High Wire by Badlands.
That's a good song.
I'd have to see what's available on the backing track site. That's where we, how we do these things, man.
You're limited to what they got available. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to choose from what they got, because if I don't, then it's just going to be just Ralph and myself, and it's going to be kind of empty, you know. Let's see. Oh, it jumped on me. Here, just 1 second. Brian Spalding says, I caught your pick, Joe. You want it back? Nah, you can keep it, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to play. Enjoyed that very, very much, man. A lot of fun.
That's number 3, right?
That's well, if you count, the very first one we done was what? White Snake.
White
right?
Snake, Skid Row.
White Snake, Skid Row, and then what did we do last week?
Lord, why can I not even remember the name of it?
Yeah, I can't remember now. But anyway, so this is like, I don't know, 3, 4, I don't know.
Alice in Chains, crying out loud.
Well, that was this one, yeah. It blows this is what blows my mind about YouTube, all right?
All right.
And maybe it's just me, but it's something I've noticed. Boomer, Charlie Murphy. Something I've noticed with this. Whenever you play music, this is a guitar channel, a guitar-based channel, okay? But I notice when you play music, people seem to leave, you know. But if you hear talking, then they're here. But if you play a song, people leave, and I just never understood that.
I got nothing, man.
I never understood it.
That's what I like. I like watching other people play.
Yeah, I mean, I
like to see how do they do it. How do they play it?
Yeah,
I like it too.
I just noticed that. I guess it's people that maybe they don't play, or they. I don't know. I mean, if you're tuned into a guitar channel, you're going to see guitar playing sooner or later.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to watch somebody brushing their teeth.
Nah, I don't want to sit around and watch somebody talk for 3 hours about bullshit. And I want to see some fucking playing. You know, goddamn. Well, you know, back in 1982, I played with so-and-so. Dude, go fuck yourself. Can you play anything? Put something on your fucking channel. Let me see you play something. I can't do it. Stupid. They can't, you know. They're fucking idiots.
Joe's lashing out.
I just can't stand that. I can't stand that shit, man. You know, it makes no sense to me. You know, it makes no sense. But, you know, not trying to get people butt hurt, but it's just something I've noticed, you know. Alan Robinson, people like a good hangout and interaction. Yeah, I agree. But if you're on a guitar channel, you got to expect to see some guitar playing sooner or later. You know, I would imagine I would, you know. But
I know. I like watching other people play. I mean, I like to see how they interpret, because like we took that song. It's not to the T how the song is. We played it our way. We did.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
I know, and I like to see other people do that too. I like to see what they do with it. I mean, you know, sometimes I learn something. Well, I like to try it. I like to try what he did. So I just like watching people play.
Yeah, I like to see how people put their spin on stuff. You know, I think it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, Rick Hefner. I'll admit that sometimes the songs people play aren't what I want to hear at the time, so I just might leave. Hey, man, it's all good. It's all cool. You know, I stick around on a lot of stuff to watch too, and a lot of stuff I hear people play sounds like dog shit, but I still stick around. You know, I mean, that's just how I roll, but whatever. It is what it is.
It is.
You know, I'm just being 100, you know. But there's some things I watch on YouTube. I'm like, God almighty, why are they putting out a video, man? Holy shit. You know, it is what it is. I don't know. Anyway, are we ready for some trivia, man? Let's do some
trivia, man.
Let's see if we can get some trivia rolling. Let me pull up our show on the phone here so I can see the chat so we can all play along if you want to play. Yeah, all right, man. Here we go.
And now it's time to play Back to the 80s, right here on the Joe and Ralph Show.
All right, here we go, man. Time for some trivia.
All right. What is the prize this week? Do I get to spin the wheel?
Yeah. Yeah. Mitch Heyman says, what did I miss? I left when the song was playing. Just kidding. That's a good one, Mitch. That's a good one, man. All right, let's see. Here. Let me get to the trivia questions. All right, what we do here, I should say. I can't even talk. I try to see if I can stump Ralph in these questions. Some of these questions are verses, from songs, and I just take random verses, maybe from the beginning, maybe from the middle, maybe from the end.
You do make it hard, man, and you don't generally. That's title of the song generally not in there.
So we have to see if we can stump him. How well do you know your 80s? Everybody is, if you want to play along, please feel free to play along. There's no prizes at stake. This is all for shits and giggles, as they say, right? So here we go. All right. What song is this verse from? Here we go. The very first question. Get ready. There is no one there to hold you. No one hears you scream. You live life up and down. Your nightmares are your dreams. I know it's lonely when you're hanging round. Don't you take it lying down. No.
I'm going to... My initial instinct is Dream Warrior. It's Docking. That's my initial
your final
instinct.
Answer?
Yes.
It is your final answer. All right. We got people saying Docking, Dream Warriors. The correct answer is Don't Close Your Eyes.
Oh,
by Kicks. Yes. Bust on that.
All right.
Boomer says no prizes. Change his channel. There you go. You're making the right move then. All right, here we go. Question number 2. I took a mobile light looking for a moonbeam. Whoa, yeah. Stand in line, you get lost in the jet stream. I took a mobile light looking for a moonbeam. Whoa, yeah. You stand in line, you got lost in the jet stream.
I know it's going to be very apparent when you tell me the band. I don't even have a guess on this one, Joe.
No guess at all.
Mm-hmm. Lost in the jet stream.
Look at your screen. Look at me.
Oh, Van Halen. I was like, Joe, is that a dance? Joe learned a new dance over there.
Yeah, it's a new dance. That's
Everybody
right.
wants some.
Boomer, you're correct. Everybody wants some. Yeah, man. All right. Michael B., how you doing, man? All right, here we go. Number 3. What song is this verse from? Let's see how well you know your 80s. I took the city about 1 a.m. Loaded. I'm all geared up to score again. Loaded. I come alive in the neon light. That's when I make my moves right.
Come alive in the neon light.
Thrash says LA Guns. Negative. That is not correct. The Dogpa he puts the initials of the band down, so I'm assuming that's what... Michael B. has the correct title.
Oh, you got it, bud.
All right, the answer is Living After Midnight.
Oh, Judas Priest.
Yes. So if you
I'm
answered
not
Living
very
After
proficient.
if you answered Living After Midnight or Judas Priest or JP, it's good enough, man. All right. Wow. I don't think have you gotten one right? I think you got 1 out of 3. So here we go to number 4. Rick Hefner, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't get that. And he says, yeah, it's a little difficult when there's no music. I understand, but that's the whole premise.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little tricky. All right, here we go. Question 4. What song is this verse from? Been working so hard, I'm punching my card. 8 hours for what? Oh, tell me what I got. I gotten this feeling that time's just holding me down. I'll hit the ceiling or else I'll tear up this town. This came from a huge movie in 1984. This is actually the title
When I say
song.
punching my card, it makes me think Footloose.
Been working so hard, I'm punching my card.
Cool.
I just gave you a huge hint. There you go.
I don't know the guy that sings Footloose. I don't know his name.
Well, that's okay. You got it. Footloose. That's the correct answer. That is the name of that song. Footloose. Correct. Very good. Yep, Footloose is correct, folks. Kenny Loggins.
That's
wrote and
right.
sang that song. That is correct. Footloose, correct. Yes, we're looking for artist or song titles. Either one, it's okay.
Kenny Rogers.
We don't have to be right on the money, and just are in the ballpark. Try to make it fun here on the Joe and Ralph Show. All right, this will be the last trivia as far as the music end is concerned, and then when we start with 6 through 10, it'll be movie trivia. Okay. All right, here we go. It's been a long time since the Book of Love. I can't count the tears of a life with no love. Carry me back, carry me back, carry me back, baby, where I come from. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's been a long time since the Book of Love. I can't count the tears of life with no love. Carry me back, carry me back, carry me back.
Oh, that's Led Zeppelin, isn't it?
Yes, you're correct. Led Zeppelin, rock and roll.
Man, the talent show, 10th grade talent show, wasn't it?
Yeah, for me, yes. Led Zeppelin, that is correct. The Dogpa, Alan Robinson, Michael B. Very good. Very good. Led Zeppelin. All right. Now, the last half of this will be nothing but Back to the Future trivia. So let's see if y'all are familiar with this. If you're a Back to the Future fan, this should be no problem. All right, here we go.
Should be no problem.
It's okay. Number 6, in Back to the Future, what brand name guitar did Marty McFly play during his performance of Johnny Be Good?
That was a Gibson, right?
That is correct. A Gibson is correct.
Now, that's very specific. ES345, I never got
It's
that.
okay. I didn't know what the hell it was. I just knew it was a Gibson. It's all right.
White
It's
Gibson.
okay. It's all right.
Cream colored
Gibson,
one.
Michael B says Gibson. Alan Robinson, Gibson. That is correct. Thrash with Gibson. Very good, y'all. Very, very good. Very awesome. This is pretty cut and dry right here. This is a true or false.
True
Here we
or
go.
false?
True or false? Michael J. Fox actually played Johnny Be Good for the movie Back to the Future.
I believe that's a true statement.
The answer is false.
Really?
The answer is false. Yes.
I had to take a guess. I didn't know.
Michael J. Fox mimicked the motions very, very well.
Yes, he did. That's
Can
why I said that.
Can he play guitar? Yes. But he didn't actually play it. They had somebody else play the song, and somebody else came in and sang it. So he didn't actually. He did, but he didn't. But
because I thought his fingering was pretty spot on.
It was, but he didn't actually play it.
Okay.
So he kind of like lip synced. If you may. But yeah. Thrash says, but wait, didn't he really blow up that amp? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. All right, that's really good. Okay, good. Number 8. in Back to the Future, Assistant Principal Mr. Strickland had a word for students that he didn't like. What was that word?
Slacker.
That's correct. Slackers. That's it, man. Very good. Slackers is correct.
You're a slacker.
Yes, Slacker Crap Guitar Show. You are correct, sir. Very good. Very good. Question number 9. Let me scroll down just a second here. Bueller? No, it wasn't Bueller.
Paris.
That's a movie I never seen. Never seen
Are
it.
you-
We're talking about
What?
80s. No, I always thought that movie looked fucking stupid, so I never watched it. You know,
That
I
was the
skipped
point of
school.
all 80s movies, to be stupid
Well,
and
it
and
is,
pointless.
but I was just like, God damn, dude. I just never, I don't know. I just never got
Well,
into that.
if you
movie.
watched it now, you would really think it was stupid. But maybe if you saw it in the day, it wouldn't be so
probably
bad. Now
so.
you would really think it was stupid.
Probably so, man. I don't know. Yeah, I just never seen that movie. Seen a shitload of other 80s movies, but that's one that I never saw. You know, just never saw that movie.
Breakfast Club and all those
Oh,
good.
I love that. Yeah, that was awesome.
The Brat Pack.
Yeah, the Brat Pack. That was a great movie, but yeah, it would be on, and I would kind of see bits and pieces of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I was kind of like, okay, you just fucked
I've
his
seen
dad's
enough
car
of it.
up. That was me. I was like,
Yeah.
that dumbass is messing with his dad's car, and it goes out the window or some shit and crashes. I
does.
was like, you're a fucking idiot, you know? I was like, so I just click, you know?
All right. Back to this Van Halen concert.
Yeah, exactly. Lie without a net, bitch. All right, here we go. Question number 9. What did the text read on the side of Doc's van in Back to the Future? Ooh, got a very, very, very good one here.
Wow.
Fast Time at Ridgemont High. That was great too, Alan. Yeah. Joe was a Pretty in Pink guy. No, I didn't watch that either. No.
Man, I hate to say, didn't realize there was text on the side of his van.
There
What
was
the hell?
text. I remember there was something that was on the side, but I couldn't remember what it said until I looked it up. You know, so I knew it had his name on it, but there was something else besides just his name. And I was like, what did it say? Let's see. Anybody in the chat? Thrash says Pest Control. Rick Hefner says E. Brown Enterprises. And I believe he's right.
Is it Dr. E. Brown Enterprises?
Dr. Emmett Brown Enterprises. That is-
Wow. I'm going to have to watch
Very
that movie.
good. Yeah, very good, man. Rick Hefner, I'm impressed, man. That's awesome.
I am too.
That's a tricky question. Tricky. Huh. All right, so I love that song by Run DMC. All right, here we go. Question number 10. What powered the DeLorean in Back to the Future? What powered the DeLorean?
In the
from
first
Back to
one? The first one?
Yeah,
Plutonium?
that is correct, sir. Radioactive plutonium powered the DeLorean.
'Cause later on, it was like trash, wasn't it? It got
Yeah,
powered
like
by trash.
Mr. Fusion or something. Had that Mr. Remind me of something from Mr. Coffee or something. I don't know.
Banana peels, chicken skins,
Yeah,
eggshells.
he was using trash, so it was more environmentally friendly or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. We have a bonus question here. And let's see. All right, here we go. What was the name of Marty McFly's girlfriend in Back to the Future? What was the name of Marty McFly's girlfriend in Back to the Future? We have 10
Why can I not
seconds.
think of that? Wow, man.
5 seconds. Anybody in the chat? Thrash? You got it. It's Jennifer.
Did he? Jennifer.
Yes, that was right.
Could not think. I was going to say Karen.
Thrash, correct. Tony, you're correct. Edwin, yes.
That is right.
The dog makes an interesting statement.
Elizabeth Shue.
Well, that was what I was going to say. That's very interesting because they had the woman that played Jennifer in the first movie I can't remember her name, but then Elizabeth Shue came in part 2. She played that role. I think
Two different people.
The woman that played the first time, she couldn't come back because I think she had a sick father or something, so she couldn't come back to do the second one.
I always wondered why.
She had a sick family member, but yeah, that's from what I understand. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, that was trivia, y'all. Thank y'all for taking part of that, man. That was a lot of fun. Thank y'all very much.
That was cool, man. I enjoyed the Back to the Future ones. That was cool.
I've always loved Back to the Future, man. Always. Let's see. Yes, you're right, Rick. He played. I swear he played 2 guitars in the movie. One at the audition and the Gibson at the dance. That's correct.
Yeah, that was 2 different guitars.
You are correct. That's why I said the one. I hope that's what I said. The one he played at the dance. Maybe I didn't, but technically you're right. He played. What was the guitar he played when he did the tryouts with? Hey, we're the Pinheads.
They were too loud. I'm not sure.
I think it was an Ibanez, man. I think it was. And then the guy that goes, "Hey guys, you're just too darn loud." You know who that was?
Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis. Yes.
Yeah.
Edwin Crane Ibanez. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because the song they were jamming to or trying to jam to, it was a
Huey Lewis song.
Huey Lewis song, yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Blow the speakers. Yeah. Rick says, I thought it was a Washburn. Is that what he says? Why have I still got that freaking answer up there? Oh my goodness. Take that down. Sorry about
You're beating it in my head, so I'll get it next time.
Yeah.
I know.
I want you to
Jennifer,
remember this, man.
I get it.
Don't forget. Let's see. What's that now, Thrash? You forget what scene? He played that Japanese mini guitar. That was at the beginning when he stood in front of that huge amp that Doc had built. Remember that little small guitar he had around it, and he held up the pick and he went. And he
yes.
back. That was at the beginning. Yeah, that was at the beginning.
Very beginning, yeah.
Yes. Let's see. The Dog Puss says, if you like Back to the Future, you should check out Interstate 60. Same people made it. It's a great movie. Michael J. Fox and Margaret Kurt Russell. Great movie. Oh, okay.
I hadn't even heard of that.
I haven't either. I have to check that out, man. Thank you for that information, sir. That's really cool. I like that. Huh.
Right there.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. That's all right. It's very cool. Very cool. So let's take a quick 20-second timeout. We'll be right back right after this, folks. Don't go anywhere. More of the Joe and Ralph Show to come. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody, to the Joe and Ralph Show, episode 7, I believe.
Man, it's a cool logo you got. The guitar with the wings.
Thank you. I think
cool,
somebody asked me that on Dave's show last night. I think it was Brian Spalding. I don't know if he's still in here.
Oh, he asked you about that same logo?
Or if he left. He might, I don't know. He might have left. But the logos, yeah, he asked me who did the logo and all that. No, I pay people to do that, man. I don't have the talent to do that. Yeah.
So somebody else come up with that. Okay. That looks like something you would have done.
No, I had somebody else did it for me. He actually just, it's a cool story, really. It was, there was a guy I saw on Fiverr who I would hire to do my artwork for my albums or singles or whatever, you know. So, I was his first customer, and I gave him a 5-star review because he did excellent work.
You were literally his first customer?
I was literally his first, and I didn't know that until he told me that. You know, I didn't know. And there's Brian. He says he's here. Yeah, who made that logo? It's nice. Thank you. Yes, sir. I'm going to tell you right now. in the middle of the story now, Mr. Spaulding. Please stand by for the next 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, I'm not sitting here for 30 minutes for this damn story. You four-eyed cracker. No, but anyway, so.
Four-eyed cracker.
What? Anyway, so.
I'm offended.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Yeah. And so it's a Roadster Mini that Marty McFly played in front of the amp. Cool. Thanks.
Oh, that little tiny one?
Yeah. So I was this guy's first customer on Fiverr for some artwork he'd done for an album for me. And I gave him a 5-star review, gave him a really nice written review. And then, it was about, man, a month or so later, he emailed me and he said, man, my business is taking off and you were my first customer. He said, I really appreciate the review and the kind words. I said, okay. And he was also like this graphic designer on the side, computer graphic designer, whatever.
All right.
And he said, would you like me to make you a logo? And I was like, at the time, I was like, what the hell I need a logo for?
What am I going to do with that?
Because I wasn't doing nothing on YouTube. I wasn't doing anything. I was just trying to put out independent albums that when I listen back to now on the audio quality sounded horrendous. At the time I was like, that sounds great,
Yeah.
But it's just, at the time I thought it was good, but go back and listen to it now. I was like, oh my God, it makes me want to throw up. Anyway, so he said, would you like me to make you a logo? I was like, sure, why not? And then he sends me the logo with the guitar and the wings on it. And I can't remember his name. He was on Fiverr. Because I don't use his service. I don't even know if he's still even doing that kind of. On Fiverr they call them gigs, right?
Right.
And so I don't know if he's even still on there, Brian. To tell you the truth, who did the graphic of me? From this shirt here. Oh yeah. That's that was somebody else on Fiverr that a guy offered the services, and what I had to do is I had to set up my phone and I posed. So what you see here is exactly what I was. Let me see if I can solo myself just for a second so you can kind of see it. So right here, this shirt here. So I set up my phone in front of me and I posed with my striped guitar, which is right here on the wall. You can barely see it. And after I did that, I was in here in this room, so I had to remove the background and all that stuff where it was just me and the guitar. And after I'd done that, I sent the guy the picture, and then he turned it into this. And he said, "We'll turn your logo into like an animated thing for Twitch or your game. I think like your gaming channel or something." And I was like, well, "I don't have a gaming channel, but I think the logo would look cool on a shirt." So, because the only logo I had was the wing logo, and I said, well, I like to have a logo of me, just kind of because my channel is a brand. No matter how you look at it, your channel is a brand that represents you. So if you can get a logo or something, get a few shirts here and there, you might get a handful of people that might buy those shirts. And that's all well and good. That's fine. It's no big deal. I'll be honest with everybody right here. You know what I make on a shirt? Let's say the shirt's $20. In all reality, they're like 25. I make $5. That's it. No more, no less. I make $5. And that's fine too. I mean, I got a job. I'm not a couch surfer. I work for a living. You know what I mean? I got a job. So it's all good.
But the bulk of that goes to the person that makes the shirt.
It goes to Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt, it's their platform. It's their service. They take care of the printing, the shipping. They take care of it all.
It could be easier.
So I can't complain.
Nope.
Now, yeah, you can order. You can get online. 'Cause I looked at all this a long time ago. I looked online, and you could order like 150 shirts and have them printed up. But you got to think of different sizes. And then if you ship the shirts out yourself, that's more money that you're spending.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it's for me where I sit right now, which my channel is, it's nothing. It's just a small speck in the huge sea of YouTube. So, for anybody to buy a shirt, I'm very grateful. I'm not saying they have to, but if they do, I'm like, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, didn't have to do that, but Brian Spaulding, he says, Joe, you are lucky to have that graphic support. You were really lucky at the time. I was. Yes, sir, I was. I agree 100% because the guy that did that logo for me, the wing logo, and he told me, he said, you know how much people pay for this? Now, this was years ago. And I said, dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. And it was a pretty decent amount. You know, I was like, damn. But he said, I want to do that for you because you were my first customer. And, man, his business was just popping. And I was like, damn, all he's doing is making this artwork for people, and he's on his computer. He don't have to leave his house. And you know,
perfect job, right?
Again, it was a long time ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Crap Guitar Show, you said you got a new toy, man. What's that? Tell me what that is. I saw it. I just was in the middle of speaking when I was wanting to see. Let's see. Brian Spalding. I'm trying not to skip things. Let's see. All the graphics and animation really makes you look professional. That's true, and that's something that that I was looking at a while back. I was just trying to. I'm just going to level with everybody, okay? I'm just telling you how I see things. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. This is just my opinion as a YouTuber, okay, as a person. There's a lot of people on here that want to be YouTube famous. They'll do anything they can do to just hit that peak, hit that spectrum. In all reality, that is very, very difficult to do. That is
very rare that happens.
If you want to be a YouTube superstar, you have to be on YouTube all the time. And you have to put out good quality content all the time. Every day, at a certain day. You can't miss. I mean, it's constant, you know. So for me, I can't do that because, you know, I have a job. You know, I drive a truck for a living. So I work the night shift. So I can't put the attention on this channel that it deserves. I don't have that kind of time, you know. And briefly, I was thinking about trying to start a lawn service business until today. And my wife said, I don't think that's a good idea because you don't have no time as it is now. And I thought to myself, if I went through with the lawn service business, I wouldn't have time to do this. I wouldn't have time to do Stafford show. I wouldn't have time to play music. I barely have any time now. So if you want to be a YouTube superstar, more power to you. But man, it's really tough. It's really tough.
You have to put something new out every day, practically.
Yes. I mean, so the graphics and all that stuff, that's why I did that, because it kind of adds, you know, to your overall look for your channel.
It does.
I'm not saying that you have to do that, but I would.
It elevates it. It does. It brings it up to another notch.
I mean, if you want stuff to look good and you want people to come back to watch your show or your YouTube channel, you need to make it where it looks professional. You know, I mean, you can't just. If you're just sitting there with your phone and you're sitting there doing this and you're like, yeah, and the phone's moving around and you're all like this, you're really not going to, you know, get any views and stuff. I'm not a professional, but I'm just saying. But superstar is correct. Michael says, yeah, I stumbled on it. Yeah. and for me, I will say this, look, man, the reason I do YouTube is because it's a hobby. That's it. It's a hobby.
You enjoy it. You're having a good time.
I enjoy it. And I'm not I can't be in a band. So what Ralph and I are doing right now is perfect for us, for our schedules, you know? So yeah, it's great. Boomer says, I just do weird stuff out of boredom from lockdown on the weekends. It makes people smile or laugh. Job done. That's right, man. If it makes people laugh, that's great, man. I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah. Six String Brian, how you doing, man? So YouTube is fun. It's just, you know, I tried really hard to try to figure it out, which I don't think you'll ever figure it out. But there was I think it was a couple of years ago, I went live every day for like 30 days.
That's exhausting, man.
Yes. I mean, it was like if I didn't go live, I put out a video the next day or whatever. And there was times I was going live while I was driving to work. Now, people that's been on this, tuned into this channel from back then, they remember that. I would get in my truck and I was heading to work. It takes me an hour to get to work. So I would be live and I had my phone hooked on this thing in my truck so I wouldn't have to hold the phone.
Yeah.
And I would do a live video and then I'd go to like Arby's and I go through the drive-through. I take the phone off and turn it around and show the menu board, and people were watching that. People were watching and tuning in every day. And I thought, people want to watch this? And that's what blew my mind, because it's always the unexpected is what will make the turnout. And that was just,
I know, there's shows where little kids watch other kids playing with toys. Instead of playing toys, they watch other kids play. So I could see somebody's going to want to watch you go to Arby's or go to the grocery store. People will watch. You'll be amazed.
I was shocked. I did a couple of live streams where I went to Walmart. It was around Christmas time. This was about probably 3 years ago, and went in there. And nowadays it's a little different. I mean, well, from what I've seen, maybe it's not, but if you go into some place where you're live streaming, it's easy to get booted out. It happened to me one time. I was live streaming in a store and I got booted out. Lady said, "You can't do that in here. You got to leave."
Wow.
And I was like, "Well, I'm waiting on a prescription." She goes, "You got to cut that off."
Really?
So yeah. So I was like, it's just the way it goes. Six String Brian says, "I like when you went." Is that to the mall? To the mall. Yeah, that was at Christmas time. Yeah, I would. That's something I still try to do. It's I call it Countdown to Christmas, and sometimes I think I did it like 2 weeks before Christmas. I was going live every day or something like that, and then that gets, because you got to think of something to do every day. You're like, what am I going to talk about today? You and you don't want to repeat what you said 3 days ago or whatever. And
right.
But I went to the mall and walked around. It was around Christmas time. At the time, my stepdaughter was working at GameStop out there at the mall, and so I was just shooting a live video talking, and it was tripping me out, man, because people were like super chatting and all this. I'm like, I'm just walking around the mall, and
super chatting, really?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll tell you why, and I didn't ask for that. I don't never ask for that on here, but people do it. I think it's very generous. But at the time, it was we had a bad winter storm here, so I was out of work for like 3 days. I didn't get paid, and I just because people were like, "What are you doing live at the mall at 7:30 at night?" I thought.
So you mentioned you were out of a job for a few days.
Well, yeah. I mean, I said, well, I know this. I'm not usually on here, especially on a whatever it was Tuesday night at 7:30 here at the mall. But I'm not working today because the weather's bad, so we can't drive. So it was like that for 3 days, and some people super chatted. So here, man, and I was like, wow, thanks, man. I mean, it wasn't like it was like $800 or something, but still, the point was people took it upon themselves to be, and I thought that was really nice,
Sure.
But it was, absolutely. I was like, wow, man, damn, so, but yeah, you're right. When my granddaughter's over here, the whole time, man, they're watching YouTube, and they're watching, they're watching, I call them kids, but they're watching like some 20-something-year-olds running around this park. Hey, let's go get them. Like they're doing these fake fight scenes, and somebody's filming with their camera, and they're all moving around like it's some action-packed thing. And I'm like, what are they watching? And
they're glued to it too, right? They're
glued to it. They're sitting there eating popcorn or drinking apple juice. I'm just not moving. And yeah, it was crazy. But also social media, man, I feel, especially YouTube, social media is a young person's game, man. If you look at what's hot right now on YouTube or whatever, it's
you wouldn't get it. You would think, what in the world are they doing? But they get it.
It's a young person's game. They're in their 20s, and they look good and all this. I mean, they're getting all the attention, and that's just the nature of the beast. But yeah, it's all right, man. It's just it's a hobby for me. I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I've met some really nice people. And there's been times I've had to block some people too, because they were assholes. I mean, that's just cut and dry. What's this? I saw this guy's Prepper channel go from 500 subs to 20,000 in 2 weeks, all because people are diehard conspiracy theorists.
Q conspiracy theorists, yeah.
Okay.
She
Wow.
went on. That's a whole thing, Joe. Let's not even start.
Okay. I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
conspiracy theories. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, conspiracy theories. I know what that is, but I didn't know what the
yeah,
Q meant. But anyway, so
yeah.
yeah. Well, that's crazy, man. Well, that's yeah. I mean, it makes me wonder if how much longer YouTube's going to be on top of the mountain with this stuff. Is there going to be anybody that's going to challenge YouTube and have offer some different stuff?
You mean another social platform, like you saying another one take over YouTube? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, because think about it, YouTube's been around for quite. I think they come out in what YouTube come out like what 2009 or 2010
Yeah,
something. I don't know.
they're the top dog, no doubt.
Well, yeah, there's some other platforms, but they can't touch what YouTube's doing.
No,
But I remember seeing videos of if you were had a YouTube channel back in let's say 2010. They call that like the golden era of YouTube. I mean, people were getting all these subs. They were making all kind of money. They were,
yeah,
and then YouTube started to put more restrictions on stuff. Right, 2005, Brian, is when YouTube. Okay, thanks, man. I wasn't sure when they come around, but and so YouTube started to change the game, and it made it a little bit harder to make money. And now it's really hard. You know,
right.
if you have music, bam, it's a copyright claim. You know, so I've watched other people. I've watched a lot of different channels just to see if they're a pretty good sized channel. What do they do to get around all these roadblocks, if you will, for YouTube, so they can make money?
Yeah, well, they probably have to spend a lot of money.
Well, it depends if they want to, you know, get the equipment and all that stuff. Crap Guitar Show says guitar music on Twitch is getting more popular. Maybe that's where I need to go. Make up a Twitch account and have like 2 subs. Hey man, can you play Smoke on the Water? Oh God, no. You know, but no, but seriously, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I saw this one guy, to avoid the roadblocks, he wouldn't play no music in his videos. He would either, I'm serious, he'd either whistle it or it'd be all out of tune. But I knew I knew what song he was doing.
Right.
You know, or whatever. He doesn't go into a store that has any kind of music playing on the speakers, like it could be a department store or whatever. He doesn't. Right. He stays away from that, and there's none of that. And this dude's got like probably about 300,000 subs. You know,
wow.
So he's making a lick off of this. But back in
that's got to be tough to avoid music altogether. That's got to be hard.
It's tough. See, that just throws me out altogether, unless I just do all original stuff, which is possible. But for my schedule, that's just too much work. You know, and just like, just give me a cover song. You know, let me just jam on that, because I don't have the time to, you know, to do all that stuff. But
I wasn't even aware of Twitch, man. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, Twitch is. I've always understood. Well, I've been under the impression that Twitch, it was more like a gaming platform, but I'm not real familiar with it. I'm just out of the loop on that stuff. Yeah. Maybe somebody can tell me, is that true? Is that true? Is Twitch a gaming platform? I don't know. I want to say it is, and I've seen some crazy stuff on Twitch from YouTube videos. Man, people doing crazy stuff, man. This one guy was in a wheelchair. I don't know his name, but he was doing this, oh, woe was me bullshit routine. So he was in his wheelchair all the time when he would stream on Twitch, and he had raised all this money, and his girlfriend was in on this too. The dumbass didn't know the camera was on. He was still streaming live, and he stood up from his wheelchair and he walked off. And I was like, "You're a dumbass, man!" Everybody and his girlfriend, she was like, "Oh, yeah, let's look over here." And
it's a miracle.
Yeah, Kenneth Copeland done came in and healed that son of a bitch, you know. So yeah, it was. I was like, wow, man, damn. Why would you fake those people out for so long like that? Man, it's amazing what people would do to just get money, you know.
Right.
It's crazy. Let's see. Alan Robinson chimes in with Twitch is big with gamers. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. lots of music and DJ channels there too now over at Twitch. Is that what you're saying, Boomer? Is that right? I wonder if they have all the restrictions like YouTube does.
It might be a little more looser. Who knows, man? Check it out.
Could be. One of these days I might have to do that. Mitch Heyman, I think he says he's got some videos on Twitch. Let's see. I have videos on Twitch from like 10 years ago, maybe more. Holy smokes. Wow, Mitch, you was on there a long time ago, wasn't you? A decade ago. Wow, man. But anyway, that's my thoughts on YouTube, man. Like I said, I do it just for fun. And, it's the closest thing I can get to playing live. It's not like I played live at a whole lot of places, but I had my share of playing small places for crowds.
Sure did.
It wasn't like, like we was at some auditorium or something, but it was fun. But then that kind of went away, and I got more busy with work. And then now with this pandemic stuff and everything, I see people playing live or trying to play live on YouTube, and there's like 3 people sitting out there that are eating dinner or something. They're playing for 3 people. And I guess, if you're making money, if you're making a set amount of money, I get it. I get it. But there's no way I'd go out there and do that just for nothing. And you could do that here. I could do that right here. And
you don't have to carry nothing around. You don't have to set up. You don't have to tune. Nothing.
We got a hell of a lot more than 3 people in here. So, you could just do it, not have to carry nothing around like you said, and you wouldn't make anything, but still, it's a lot more convenient. And I think people would much rather, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I think now in these days and times, I think people just like to pick up their phone and watch something live on their phone instead of literally getting dressed and going out somewhere if you can find a place like that right now.
Yeah, they're not even doing that. Yeah,
I think a lot of people like to just watch from their phone. In the comfort of their own home, they can drink. They don't have to worry about getting a DUI.
Be in their pajamas if they want.
Yeah, whatever, So I'm guessing that's what people are doing. Anyway, so Ralph, I have talked enough. It's anything you like to add or anything you want to talk about, man? I've said way too much.
No, you're good, man.
Wow.
This is just a hobby. We're just having a good time here, man. And apparently other people are enjoying it too, because there's still 17, 18 people in the chat. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody being here to watch, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us here on your Saturday evening. And I really, really appreciate it. And so, Ralph, if you don't have nothing else, I guess we'll go ahead and call it, man. We're hitting an hour and 37 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So with that, folks, we will bid you adieu. Thank you so much for joining. Really, really appreciate it. God bless y'all.
See you next week.
And we will see you next week. Yes,
absolutely.
For episode number 8. Until next time, I'm Joe.
I'm Ralph.
And that's Ralph. We'll see you next time, folks. God bless. Goodbye.